Okay, so I have mixed my lye waters. I know you can't see it very well, but my lye water is already in here cooling off with all my oils on top. And I'm about to stick blend it just to mix it up. Once I get my thing in the plug, it's a real fight. So I'm just going to stick blend it all together just to blend it. And then in my separate 2 bowls, I'm going to separate off to do white in each with titanium dioxide. One is going to be this color blue. I hope y'all could see that. It is electric blue mica. The other additive I'm putting in it is from Stardust Micas. And I couldn't even tell you what it is because I ripped off the label. But here is that company. I found them on Amazon. I hope they're really good. But they did say it's skin safe. Also, the other one is going to be Bejeweled Mica from Rustic Escentuals. So that's that one. And then the base is going to stay the creamy white color that it naturally is going to be due to the oils in here. One of the scents is a citrus house blend, and the other one is our green tea house blend, both which are essential oils. So we'll get started. When we bought this stick blender, we didn't know, we didn't know because we used to just spoon everything and whisk what we could. Needing something that was a little more quick and up to speed, we bought a stick blender. Little to our knowledge that our stick blender has the safety button right here. And if you don't press it right before you come to stick blend, you can't do nothing. Needless to say, that is on our big wish list. Pray to gods that we're able to get a new stick blender that doesn't have that safety feature. It makes soaping a little hellish on the wrist as well as the hands. And thank goodness I make an oil for that to rub that on, because if not, I'd probably have, lost use of my arms by now. But yeah, it doesn't make it much fun. And anyway, you could see this isn't a full batch like we usually do for our big mold, but this is going all the way up to this part, get submerged. When we do a really huge batch, it almost goes past the actual clip, which isn't the greatest either, I'm sure, but you make soap the way you can with what you got. It's not like we're making fortunes. I really don't want to blend this much more than I have to. Unfortunately, I should have added it first, not my last ingredient, was my coconut cream. And that's a blend as well of coconut milk and fats. And it stays chunky when it's cold. And it didn't quite mix in the way I had wished, but I think it's going to do just fine. Excuse me. Once I separate it into containers and really get blending and all that. The good thing I have found about our oil blends, they do speed up trace, but usually I'm ready to get done with this, so trace away, my dear. I don't mind. Citruses will trace faster, thicker especially. Sometimes you'll catch yourself that you have to actually dollop with it, you know, really, I don't recommend putting your hand in it. We've done that, but we all gloved up. You can still get live burned, though. I won't lie about that. But it does speed up citruses. I haven't found a essential oil that did not speed up trace. So we try not to add it in till the very extremely last ingredient. So the idea for this soap is to be kind of beachy themed. We live like 30, maybe 45 minutes from the beach. And our beach is not crystal blue waters. It's Gulf waters, so it's a little dark. And our beach is not perfectly white. But we really do love going to the beach. I spent my high school years living there, and quite honestly, I would do it again if I could afford it. I love it. And so do my children. So we try to go there as often as possible. And hopefully, the people that we're giving this soap to, they love it too. So now I'm going to add in my blue titanium dioxide from Rustic Escentuals. It's an electric blue mica. It is really wow. By the way, y'all, it is electric blue. I don't know if you were ever around in my area in the late 90s. They had a drink, an alcoholic drink, that was called electric blue. And let me tell you what, this is pretty close to the color. Also, I'm going to add in this, which reminds me of like an Abalone kind of color. Heck, it might be actually called that. But I don't remember because I ripped off the label. So we're going to add just one little smidgen. It's kind of like a bluish green. And we'll add a little more. I really like it. I know. You could add more, but you can't take away. Yeah, well, when I like it, I like it. Typically, we only make soaps to sell at markets, farmers markets. So we don't get crazy with color very often. But I want to get crazy. This is a very, very, very light blue. I'm gonna have to try a little more. I don't do good with color. I think maybe I need a color class or something. I mean, I gotta watch this. This is getting too thick, and I don't want it to trace out on me, and I didn't even add the oils to it yet. So I'm gonna start adding a little bit of that now, because I want it to blop in my soap regardless. Very green tea, people. Like, we nailed this one. My middle son is the one who came up with it. And he's a skateboarding bass guitarist. So, when you're gonna have a dream, you go for it in my house. This blue is very much reminding me of sea glass. Or like, kind of birthday baby cake, if that makes any sense. I'm going to add more because, well, I'm blue greedy. I bet you these would have done... I mean, it says great for CP, and we know that's cold press. So, I don't see where it wouldn't be giving me the pizzazz I want. I'll keep on adding if I have to. I would use the whole thing if I knew it would help. And I'm sure somewhere in this world, there's an awesome video that tells you all about how to do this. I just don't have it. 1 minute. I think I splashed my eye. Because I'm a wild girl sometimes like that. I wear goggles all the way up to this point. Because me and the goggles, I catch a hot flash and then I can't see what I'm doing anymore. And if you know me, I catch them hot flashes and out the window goes the vision in those goggles. So, I try not to, try not to soak with them longer than I have to. Well, this blue is surely like coming out like sea glass, baby blue. Not very electric anymore. So if there is any videos out there that y'all would recommend in me learning how to better incorporate colors into my soap so that I may see them better, please let a girl know. I appreciate that. Alright, we're just going to add old green to this. And I'm sure, oh yeah, Bejeweled Mica by Rustic Escentuals. I mean, they just scream pretty at the beach. Who don't like the beach? Or something close to the beach anyway. And because we know the other colors don't really give like a big pam, we're going to add a little bit more than we should. And that's alright by me. I don't add much colors to nothing anyways. So, it's either that or it sit on the shelf. This is definitely looking kind of seaweedish. I'll pour the rest of that in there. Oh, I know. Somebody's going to come back and let me know. Well, if you wouldn't let the air bubble get in, you probably wouldn't get splashed in the eye. Yeah. I know this. I'll deal with my soap wound and we'll be just fine. Alright. I usually have me a, hold on a second. I gotta go get an extra spatula. We're in between remodeling in here. And when I say in here is not that great of bigness to begin with. So remodeling in here is not really modeling. It's just shoddying cabinets from one end to the other. And then back around again. And seeing what side of what fits better. That's all what I did for about 3 days. Is shoddy stuff from the house. Back to the studio. Back to the house. To one of the kids' room. Back to the house. Until finally we'll figure out what fits the best where. Because I guess I am just a lucky girl to have my studio that is totally separate from my house. But you know what? Raising 4 males, 3 who I gave life to. I hate to say I deserved it, but guess what? I deserved it. I deserve this studio. Whether I create anything out of it, or it becomes my escape, or my hideaway, or whatever the hecky I want, I deserve it, people. Don't let anybody talk you down from buying you a little she shed and fixing it up the way you like it. Make it you, babe. Alright, so, of course I forgot my oats. Why would I? You know? And I know my next oils are going to speed up trace like a diamond. So, as you can see, my jug's filled to about right here. Which I know on camera doesn't look right because you're at an upper angle. You wouldn't believe what's suspending you in the air. But, so this is what I'm looking at. It's still kind of, I would say it's like a medium to almost thick. It's not like these guys that are plumpy. But I want to be able to penetrate those guys through here. So we're going to skip the oats this time, which is just a little bummer. But we cannot skip our oil, unfortunately. So this is the oil for this. This is only, I think 2 ounce. Versus my other ones that were 4 ounce. That's why it was so much oil. So this one is the oil blend that we use in Ruffian. So if you ever had the pleasure of having that soap, Ruffian is a pretty awesome type soap. It does a pretty awesome scrub. It smells like a citrus. I don't know what to call Ruffian. He smells really good and he gets the funk out, especially if you're eating seafood. You wash with Ruffian, you get the seafood funk out. So, we have heard nothing but really great things from Ruffian, and we're so glad that we came up with this guy, and he's awesome. I need to find my sand. So, I got here some sand, and I don't even know where I got it from. But we're going to add it a little bit to the Ruffian mix, and that is what's going to get poured in our molds first. And then we're going to plop in the other guys like after, or between, I should say. So, typically, you would measure this out, but of course, like, I don't even have measuring spoons on this end of the studio. And like, we'll use a big cooking spoon. Means we have a guesstimation on what we got versus what we typically do. We usually do 1 teaspoon per pound. And I'm guessing I have about 3 pounds of soap right here. Yeah, and I know this is more than what a teaspoon would be. Oh, we got some woodland friends. So I probably should have sifted it. I can never say that. Maybe it's the braces. Maybe it's the Cajun in me. I don't know. But it's just not a word I'm good with. Alright, so she's going to go in there. Why I like to use sand is it's like a pumice, so it gives you a scrub. But it doesn't cook in the gel phase like other ingredients typically do. I don't need this cooking more than it's going to cook already. I mean, it's going to cook. But why should I increase that chance just because I added a sugar or a honey or a juice to it? I'm not taking the chance. That's just too much extra. So, here's our molds for this. We're not using our big metal one, which that's what the recipe actually calls for, but we're not doing it. I'm going to spray this with a rubbing alcohol first, because these are so new. I don't want no freaky sticking. Excuse me. So we're going to pour in this one first, about like so. And then this one, about so. Give it a quick tap. And then, we're going to fight around with our stuff because that's what we do. And then hopefully we can get 2 more out of this. Oh yeah, I think I will. Somebody's going to get the extra scrubby bars off of this one. And because I don't have my good spatula, because why would I? So just going to scrape out everything because I don't like wasting. I mean, really, down my sink versus you using it, not very cool. I like every good thing about that soap in the mold. So, by the way, this recipe is one of my more basic recipes. We have like 3 of them that we do. That is considered our recipes. So this one's coconut oil, coconut cream, castor, grapeseed, and olive oil. We do not use sweet almond due to almond allergies, which if someone's allergic to almonds, they are actually not allergic to coconut oil. That does not make that statement true. Everyone is different. Now, some people, if you have latex and rubber allergies, such as dear old me, avocado oil will irritate the heck out of your skin. I had to learn that taking a herbalist course, and I didn't know that before. Couldn't figure that out but I do now. So we've changed that just for the fact that I got to make the soap majority of the time. And if I'm making it, I don't want to take the risk of breaking out in hives because I flautéed the soap by accident. And in the case scenario, it had avocado oil in it. I'm going to break out in hives? I don't think so, pal. So we all made an agreement to eliminate it. It's not mandatory. There's just so many other oils and butters that are pretty amazing. And we'll use that instead. So we've actually lost sales, which is not so much the sales that bothered me as much as the knowledge that I was giving I was trying to sell someone something that could irritate their skin. So that's why we decided we're not using sweet almond oil unless it is actually requested. So we do have it in the studio. It's pretty much packaged away from everything else. So there's no cross-contamination. We use different molds for that. We don't even use the same equipment. So if you order anything and you want sweet almond oil in it, you must specify that that's the oil you want because that is a total different mixing bowls, spatula, everything. And no, I don't use the stick blender for it. I will stand there and hand whisk it all day long if I have to, which in some cases I have to. So that is our promise to you. We are not cross-contaminating. We are making sure that your health, your well-being is protected. I wouldn't do it to my kids. Why would I do it to you? And I still like those guys. I mean, come on. So, you see, I'm fighting with it. And I'll keep fighting with it. I gotta, sometimes you just gotta step away. Realize you're defeated and step away. Sorry about that. I just realized, that big old thing's been blocking y'all. So, oh my God, this smells delicious. Oh, so good. So, I got the blue plopped into my basic. For whatever reason, it's not wanting to sink. And my other one's quite liquid. It's not very heavy based. It's not thick on trace, I should say. So this one is, though, at this point, this thing, I could probably hold it on my head. And it ain't going to fall out the bucket. So, but I like it like that. If we're lucky, oh, I hope we are, we might be able to get a very cool swirl. That would be awesome. Love a swirl. I'm not very good at them. I might have 5 bars I've ever swirled. But let me tell you what, people. Late at night when I'm hot flashing and the skin is about to burn off and I'm turning into the Dragon Queen. I like to watch y'all videos and see what y'all made, and I could watch y'all swirl and swirl and swirl some more. And then, just when I thought I had enough watching soap making, I turn on the dessert channel and I watch them make dessert after dessert. And I think to myself, well, I could do that in soap. So you're going to get to see our other soaps that we actually do make. And they're all farmer fresh friendly. We say that often. The only thing that's not edible in our soap is a lie. Well, honey, let me tell you what. Our Farmer Fresh series is just that. It's just about edible. I wouldn't recommend it. Even though hey, did you know we heard a story of a little girl that ate one of our soaps? I mean, she's totally fine and kicking apparently. But her mother called the event, we'll call her a manager. She's not, but I don't know what else to say. Event lady the next day and said, hey, you know that little thing, was that a soap? She was like, yeah, why? My daughter ate it. Well, let me tell you what, that is hilarious. That was Ruffian your daughter ate, honey. And it's, you know, it's soap. I don't recommend she eats anymore. Now, you could say that potty mouth is clean now. Poor child. Apparently, you know, it might have taken, I'm guessing, because the way it smells is very citrusy, not tutti fruity, but I don't know. It's just a very citrusy blend. So, if anything, I am guessing, you know, she was hot that day from being outside in the event and looked at it and said, oh my God, this looks like a fruit roll-up. And she munched it down, you know. Anyways. So yeah, we've even had accounts of people eating our soap. Which is not recommended, by the way. Alright. So this is down. I'm going to tap them down. I'm going to see if I could do a swirl. And I'll get back to y'all.